Hi, this is Dr. Nancy Merlino. I want to welcome you to AG1010, Agriculture and the Modern World. I want to give a little bit about myself so that you understand a little bit about my background. I've been a senator for the university. I've taught for many, many years. I live on a ranch. I have horses, dogs, cats, occasional snakes. You name it, I've had it here. Also grow many plants. I have a cactus garden, things like that. I'm very student oriented, and if you look at my background, you can see some of what I've accomplished. I've taught many, many classes. The main thing that, and I've also been in business as well, but the main thing that I want you to know is that I'm very student oriented. I have lots of other professional experience as well if you want to look up anything on my background. So I just wanted to let you know how committed I am to you. I was also the agribusiness marketing team advisor for many, many years. Had lots of experience there, lots of equine experience as well, in case I have any horse people in here. So that's a little bit about myself. So back to the class. I'm going to start with, this is what your blackboard is going to look like. And over on the left, if you see my little finger and my little hand going around, I am going to start with the syllabus, okay? And we'll go over that so that you understand where you're headed. So go ahead and click on that. Let's open that up. So that should open up into details. So, all right, we're totally online as we know. One thing I just want to tell you really quick, I know this is very trying times with the sickness that's going on. It could affect you through family, through friends. I need you to communicate with me. If you need extra time, if things are happening, please email me as well as call me. I'm going to set up my phone, this number that you see in front of you, you can call and it's going to come to my cell phone. Please call me and or email me and let me know how I can help you so that you can complete this class. I want you to complete this class. At worst case scenario, get an incomplete, but I want you to help. I'm going to help you complete it no matter what happens, this semester. So just so you know, that's where I'm coming from. All right, so in this class, we're going to have the introduction to the history of modern agriculture, including its integration into social, economic, political institutions, its biological systems, the causes and impact of world hunger, the implication of future changes and innovations in the production of food and fiber. We're going to have emphasis on critical analysis of agriculture within the U.S. and California, we're going to start with the historical perspective, as well as I'm going to bring you to the current area where we're going to be watching different videos, analyzing it, things like that. Okay? It usually counts for a D3, and there's no prerequisites for the class. Most of you are freshmen, but you don't have to be a freshman to be in the class. Okay, so I need you to have a few things. Obviously, you need a computer, especially this semester with everything online. There's also, I want you to know that you have an APA website, and that will be for your final paper. Your final paper is going to be written in APA format. Goals, you're going to have a foundation of understanding of the history of ag globally and in the U.S. as well as California. We're going to analyze and describe economic factors that occurred in the field of food and fiber production. We're going to compare and contrast the trends that have occurred over the past century, their influence on agriculture and related business, and make inferences as to the impact these forces have on modern agriculture. You need to it's fully online, as you know, for this course. I need you to check into Blackboard at least twice a day. You need to do your readings and or listen to what I have on YouTube, because I've actually found your book on YouTube. So if you want to do something else and play it in the background, I think that's a great thing you can do. I'm going to have videos, homeworks, and PowerPoints for you to review. I also have a discussion board weekly that you're going to do as well. I need you to also go on and make a calendar that would keep track of your deadlines for any assignments, quizzes, etc., and your discussions. So you guys all know this, but I'm going to remind you as freshmen that you're not going to, just so you know, this class isn't going to take you this many hours a week, but hypothetically, a class supposedly is you're supposed to spend 8 to 10 hours of homework a week on it. I'm guessing this class is much less than that, actually, but I'm very precise and concise into making sure that you know what I expect from you. I want you to learn some things, but make it so that it's not wasting any of your time with busy work, okay? So you can do different ways in which you want to learn, of how you're going to do things, but as you know, you are going to have quizzes, but you're going to have access to your PowerPoints to take your quizzes. And my job is, or my goal is, that you learn some basics, but you don't need to stress out about it. I don't like to have students stressed. I have 2 college students of my own. One's already graduated and has started a business. The other one's in Florida at school. So I do get education at the higher level. So keep that in mind. I also realize that you vary in your learning, and the amount of time required for success may vary by student and by topic. Achieving course goals will require significant work on the part of each student, but again, not too much. I also want you, my goal is to prepare you for your future career. This is what employers are looking for. They want professionalism, they want teamwork, they want public speaking, conflict management skills, humility, patience, staying informed of current events, and time management. So your time in this online class can be most effectively used if you're actively engaged in all these practices. And this is where we practice them so that you can become better in the work world, which is why you're going to college. When you turn things into me, that's a reflection of these skills. Okay, so give yourself adequate time to complete or review your class submissions, including use your spell and grammar check. It's good to ask a friend or someone else if they can proofread your discussions or look at them. I really encourage that. Also, let's do some basic requirements. Make sure your name, your class, your date are on each of your assignments. Now on discussion board, that isn't required. Because it's all there. For your final paper, I actually have an example for you, so you will have it on your first page of your final paper. Okay. On the accommodations sections, if you're needing any additional accommodations, this would be the section I want you to peruse with the DRC. Because it's online, I make sure that you have additional time to do things no matter what. So if anybody needs even more time, just let me know. I can work with you. Okay, I've posted a few things online, which I'll show you, but being freshmen, you also need to know these dates, so I'll go over some of those for you. But your last day to add or drop is Wednesday, September 2nd, very, very important date, okay? I need you to keep a calendar with all the due dates. You need to turn your discussions, your quizzes, your movie paper. I would turn them in all one day early. Okay, what about if we have a big storm? What if we have an outage, which we have the rolling outage in California? Let's get these things in a day early. Don't stress yourself. You have enough stress in your life. Let's try and get everything done, that week early. And then final exam is the week of December 7th, but the actual paper is going to be due December 9th, but you're going to have a lot more about that, so don't worry about that right now. This just talks about your technical requirements. Obviously, if you're listening to this, you already have your PC or your Mac. These are some of the softwares that will help you. If you have problems with Blackboard, I've got some things posted online through Blackboard that you can click on. All right, I also need you to have some minimal technical skills, obviously using email and attachments. Now, most of you usually just text. You don't use email a lot, but in the college system, we email a lot. So I have to have you check your email, and I even have, I believe, in announcements, if I don't, I'll post it, to how to make sure that you set up your email on your phones. Make sure you have your email on your phones, because I know all of you usually use your phones even more than your PCs, although I know you're going to be doing that too. You need to know how to download, edit, saving, things like that. Most of you got all that down through high school. copying, pasting, downloading, and installing software. Okay, this is one that is so important. Whenever you do anything for my class, and for this matter, all your classes, you're going to take a screenshot, okay? You're going to store that or just take a picture with your phone, okay? So that and this happens all the time, you need to trust me on this. Blackboard is not foolproof. So when I go to grade something is really the only time that you know if I've graded or not. And then I tell you, I send an announcement out. I'm like, okay, these are graded, check. That's when you know that I can't see it at my end. Because sometimes it'll show on your end that it's turned in, but it doesn't show it on my end. That's when you send me a picture of the date, take a picture of your computer, everything of when you have submitted your discussion. Let's say you just took a quiz, anything you've done, take a picture of it in your phone, okay? And because it will happen. Okay, getting help. If you have any problems, this is for Blackboard, IT Service Desk, and obviously if you have any problems with this class, you're going to contact me, and I'm going to help you. This is your grading scale. I do give A minuses, B pluses, B minus. I shouldn't have anything. Hopefully all of you should have A's and B's in this class. If you complete your work, you're going to get A's and B's. Okay? This goes over some of the main things that we're going to do. We have a syllabus quiz. That's worth 20 points. Okay? That's a lot of points. That's very, very important. You're going to go through all your syllabus, and actually it should be called Syllabus and Blackboard Quiz. I should update that, because it's also on Blackboard. So you have to review all of Blackboard, and then you take the quiz, and then you get your 20 points. Then also I have an introduction discussion that is only worth 10 points, but it's you're going to answer a few questions, and then you're also going to reply to 4 people to kind of get some camaraderie going. And then we have weekly discussions, 1 per week. It's worth 20 points each. And then we also have quizzes over the PowerPoints each week. And then we have a final paper. So those are your points. So I need you to complete, if you complete your assignments, I will guarantee you'll get an A or B. So you've got to keep up on this class. Now, late assignments. I want you to meet your deadlines. Now, I told you in the very beginning, if there's sickness in your household, if it's a sickness in yourself, if you've just become too stressed because other things are happening, I need to know from you. I cannot help you unless you help yourself and you reach out to me. Do not just go ghost on me and then in 5 weeks say, oh, well, 5 weeks ago this happened. No, you wouldn't do that for work, so you're not going to do it for me. I need you to communicate with me so I can work with you, okay? So, yes, I say I won't accept late work, but I will accept late work if you communicate with me. So, everybody needs to communicate. All right, here's some course policies. We talk about academic integrity. That's a minimum. I don't allow plagiarism, cheating, okay, won't be tolerated. You do your own work. When you do this discussions, I set them up so that you can't see other people's discussions until you post, so that you can't copy anything. All right. Natik means that I want what I expect when you're communicating online for your discussions. Phone calls, emails, I expect common courtesy. I do not want, well, I'll go over that in a minute. Okay, let's see. When you are emailing me, I need to know in the subject line, AG1010, I need your first and your last name. Okay, you don't need to actually give the AG 101 0.11 because I only have one AG 101 this semester. But I do need to know it's AG 101. If you do not have this in the title, I'm not going to open your email. Okay, so everybody make sure when you email me in the subject line, AG 1010, your first name and last name. Okay, you're also going to have a signature with your full name at the end of your email. No slang. Make sure you proofread your email so that it sounds professional. Make sure your tone is good. Avoid sentences with all caps. That implies that you're screaming or shouting. We're not going to scream or shout at each other. We're not going to send angry messages to each other. We're going to work together and be successful. Definitely not going to use offensive language. We're going to be, obviously, we're always sensitive to those with cultural or linguistic backgrounds, as well as different political or religious beliefs. Okay? We respect each other and we show grace to each other in this class with different views and opinions. I'm going to provide constructive feedback, use good judgment when composing responses to your classmates. You are going to actually respond to your classmates in your discussions, and you're going to be very positive. Be professional and use good grammar and spelling. Consider writing your discussion, posts, assignments, and online correspondence in a text editor. So I would write them in Word, and then it kind of checks everything for you. Reread it. Like you said, maybe have someone else read it, then put it in for discussion. You can also fix your discussion. Like if you put in a discussion and you reread it and go, oh shucks, I didn't mean to do that, or I need to fix that, it will let you fix things. So you can go on and do that as well. All right. Response time and feedback. This is my email. I try very hard to respond within 24 hours. If for some reason I do not respond, I have 250 students. So if I try and set this up so that it's very clear so I don't have tons of emails. But if I do, and some of them, just so you know, I respond sometimes if I'm really busy on my phone. So it's very to the point. It's very nice, but it's to the point, just so you understand that. It's not always in front of a computer with a keyboard. But I try to do it within 24 hours. If you do not hear from me, please send me a second one. Okay, that means it got buried, and I don't want that to happen. I want to respond to you as quick as possible. I try and grade all papers within a week, as well as your discussion boards. Check your feedback, I'll have a rubric for your final paper. And this lets you know what's missing. So, course assignments, you're going to have a syllabus quiz that'll be due by August 25th, and I'll usually put everything is due by 10:59 p.m. Okay, so if this was due by then, remember I told you to take it a day early. Let's take it on August 24th. All right, and if by chance you have to take it on the 25th, don't wait till 10 o'clock, because what if I have it set for an hour, or if let's say you open it by 10:30, it's going to close at 11 o'clock. So let's make sure this is earlier. Then you're going to have weekly discussion board writing, and I'm going to have an article or a video. Normally it's going to be a video. You're going to use arguments from the, let's say, video, and you're going to have your own opinions to write a 200 to 300 word analysis. Okay, you're going to put, and I have more in the discussion board on what I want. So this goes with what's on the discussion board. You're going to post your analysis to the discussion board. You're going to support your arguments with at least 3 references. You can use the chapter PowerPoint as references. You can go and use Google Scholarly or the library database for additional sources as well. You're not going to use Wikipedia. You're not going to use a dictionary, and you're not going to just use a website that is a random website. It could be a professional website. It can be a government website. That's okay. Okay. You're going to make sure to use proper grammar and spell check your final product. You're going to list all your sources. They're going to minimum of 3. Again, remember, 3 references at the end of each one of your discussions. I'm not requiring APA for this. I could, but I figure if most of you are taking 4 to 5 classes, I'm trying to make it easier on you. Your last paper is going to be APA. This, I would like, you can put it in MLA or APA as close as possible. Just make sure that I have 3 references, okay? And then you're going to read and comment on 2 of your classmates' posts. You're going to comment positively, even if you have the opposite view, and you're also going to be very respectful. The goal is on these discussions is to learn the strengths and weaknesses of your own point of view through reading and discussions with those who hold different views from yourself. You're going to developing this skill is the foundation of an educated individual. And again, no APA citings or references are needed in the reply, but it can't just be only opinion. It needs to be represented where I can tell you've actually looked at different sources. And for your first assignment, I'm actually making you I make you show facts, and I have you put them, I believe, in bold that are facts from your sources. So again, you're going to read each week in the discussion board what I'm wanting. Now, each post is worth 10 points. Your comments to other people are 5 points each. So don't forget, I have some people that'll post and then forget your comments, so then you only get 10 points for that instead of your 20. Okay, and I also list this. The initial is 20 to 30 words. I have on Blackboard your minimum for your reply posts too. I don't have that on here right now. You also are going to have a weekly quiz over your PowerPoints. Those are 20 points each week. You're going to read and review the weekly PowerPoints before taking the quiz. Now, your final paper, and I don't need anybody to get stressed about this. In fact, I'm not even going to go over it right now. I'll put a new video together closer to that time so you know what you're doing. We'll go over this in detail by then. Okay, so this is that's your syllabi. Now we're going to go back over and look a little bit at Blackboard. Announcements. I always will send out announcements. Those will also be sending you emails. That's why you're going to check your emails, twice a day. I give you a couple introductions here. You might want to go through and read. This first one is, let's go back and look on the left. If you look on the left, I have a few things. You have instructor information we went over, announcements, which we're going to go over right now. I have some assignments. There's your discussion board. Then go down here. I have a start here, your syllabus and your syllabus quiz. Remember, you're going to take that. Here's an APA PowerPoint. And then I'm going to have everything per week right here for you, easy to go through so that it's not in a million places. Okay. I'm even going to put the quizzes in the weeks so that if you open these weeks, it's all together so that I help you stay organized. So, but I'm also going to send, I got into week one. Let's go back to announcements. Okay, announcements. So this is week one, which is really next week, not this week, but I'm getting you started. On August 25th, you're going to submit your syllabus quiz after reading your syllabus and going through Blackboard. On the 26th, you're going to post your intro discussion board, and this will also make sure you're not dropped from the course. On the 28th is your first discussion. The 30th, you have 2 responses due, which is from this discussion. And then on the 30th also, you're going to take your PowerPoint quiz. Okay? So I have that all there, but I also have it during the week. And then this is a reminder of how you're going to send me an email. So let's go back up here and look around a little bit. On assignments, this just gives, which we already went through once, goes through your weekly discussion board writing guidelines again. And here's that final paper, but remember, I'm going to go through that later. So that just is another place, a reminder, in case you don't want to open up your syllabi. Here's your discussion board. If it'll listen, there we go. So your first discussion, I've already got started up here. This is what you're going to do. I've already started it. Discussion post due Thursday, August 27th. It's worth 5 points for the post, and then for your other 4 responses, that's another 5 points, so 10 points total. You're going to answer these following questions. Give me your name, first and last name, please. Major, your year in school. What industry would you like to work in? What's your ideal job upon graduation? What if everything lines up and you're headed in the right direction? What's that job that you're looking for? I'd like to know some of your hobbies. And what would you like to learn in this class? The reason I'm asking this is I usually get quite a few people that also want a lot about fiber and some of that. So I include that as well. But it's always, I try and meet your needs. Then you're going to respond to 4 other students by the 30th. Okay. Here's where I show in the class, you're going to have at least 4 sentences in your response to each person. Okay. Now, that's your first one that is due when? August 27th. So here we go. We have your first video discussion, which is due on the 28th. Okay. is the video. And the video, if we back up, go over here to week 1. I just went on the left. Right here, when you say Origins of Agriculture Discussion, if you click on that, that's the video right here. See where my, okay? So I say click on the above title for the video. You're going to watch that video, okay? The initial discussion is due Friday, August 28th. Then you're going to reply to 2 of them by August 30th, okay? You're going to take a side on this. Are you pro-agriculture, or are you con, which is you want to stay a hunter-gatherer, and that'll make sense when you watch the video. You're going to watch the video, discuss using arguments from the video, and you can also look at your PowerPoint chapter 1 and 2 if you want to. You can write your own opinions to write a 200 to 300 word analysis. You're going to post your analysis, support your arguments with at least 2 facts. You're going to put your facts in bold, okay, and that's going to be from your PowerPoint or from the video you've watched, okay? Make sure to use proper grammar and spell check. List all the sources you used at the end of the analysis. Remember, minimum of 3. So I want you to also put pro or con should be in your subject line, okay? And then afterwards, you're going to read and comment on 2 of your classmates' posts, and that'll be after everybody posts, which is the 28th. All right, and you are going to comment positively. The goal, and we already went over this, and those are due on August 30th at 10:59. This is what I was telling you. It's a minimum of 100 words to respond. So this is worth your 20 points, okay? So this just gives you that weekly discussion we already went through. Again, I'm trying to make things as easy as possible so that you can get that done, all right? So that was where we were. We were up here talking about the discussion board. I'm going to go back to discussion board because remember, we did the first one, introducing yourself. The second one is right here, but you're going to look at this and go, well, where's the video? Remember, where is the video? The video is in week 1. Okay, got that? All right. And then these will be posted for every week. All right, so then that was discussion. Start here. Here's some, if you need some help with Blackboard, you can click on those. I go over everything right here again with all the things that need to be done, kind of reminds you of how to do this, helping you out, everything we kind of went over again. I did that. Okay, all that is pretty self-explanatory. We've got this syllabus and syllabus quiz. And guess what? If you click on this, that's when you can take your quiz. It's right there. And look on the left. See where I'm circling? That's where you're going to take your quiz. All right. This is the APA PowerPoint. We're not going to worry about that until later. You could look at it if you want to have for some of your references, but it's available for you right there. And then we go to our half week, which is the week we're in right now. And this just gives you a reminder what to do. You should be reviewing your syllabus and your Blackboard in detail. Reminds you to take that syllabus quiz, and then jumping off to next week. And this is what you'll be doing every week. It reminds you again, I tried to make everything succinct to help you out. Take that syllabus quiz. Do your introduction post. Here is, again, we're going to talk, this is the assignment for your discussion board. Then down here, here's that's just a reminder to review. These are your 2 PowerPoints right here. Okay, you open those, you can review those. And then you have a quiz that's due August 30th, and it doesn't open until August 24th, which is next Monday, I believe. And you have a full hour to do it. They're taken right off of these PowerPoints. Just keep your PowerPoints open while you take them. I have no problem with you doing that. And that's your first week assignments. And I'm going to have things like that for every single week. Okay, so I look forward to having you in class, and then I'll do a couple more of these videos to help you out. Again, I'm going to do one for the final. And then if I see or get more feedback and I need to do others, I will do others as well. So thank you, and I look forward to having you in class.